In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own will.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna play as Casca. Oh, she starts out at level 10. What's with that? Why does Griffith start out at level 1? Probably because I unlocked him early, right? Thankfully, all of the Muso games now have this system where you can just buy level ups for some reason. I appreciate it. Obviously, we're going with Casca because she's the best character, and because we're not going to get a lot of opportunities to play as her later. So, let's get as much as we can get out of her now. Okay, all the characters do have different equipment. That's good to know. Yeah. I feel like range is always gonna be the most important stat. And then what? Oh, that's what it meant. Yeah, we had a little bit of a tutorial about that. Chestnut, as is the standard horse in fucking Warriors games. Griffith possesses a wondrous kind of charisma. Yeah, they're not kidding. So much of the Golden Age is spent dedicated to showing Griffith's, like, intense sense of presence and personality. And, like, he's always, like, shown to be this, like, almost ethereal, otherworldly figure, like, so high above everyone else that they just have this innate attraction and loyalty to him. Even Guts, once he kind of, like, accepts the Band of the Hawk as new comrades, starts developing this intense loyalty towards Griffith. Yeah, Casca! Okay, how do you... Casca's the best! Okay, you gotta hold it down. Oh! Stabbed you, shit! Yeah! So that's what that move is. It's technically a sub-weapon. She moves way fast. Like, Guts is the main character, and he's pretty fucking slow for a main character. Because he has, like, the big weapon and all that. He gets by on, like, raw brute strength. Casca's fucking so quick and agile. Look, she's fucking zipping around all over the place and using this fucking tiny little sword. Oh, what up, buddy? Let's go into frenzy here. Fuck him up. There we go. This is the coolest. Her fucking special move is fucking just get the other Band of the Hawk members to fuck some dudes up. That's awesome. Because, again, like, I almost am loath to talk about things that happen later in the story. Because I'm curious about how the game is going to cover them. But that's one of the biggest strengths of Casca as a character. She's, like, not to the same extent as Griffith, who, like, if you look at like their RPG spreadsheets, fucking Griffith just has a fucking 10. Like a natural fucking 10 maxed out charisma stat. Casca's still pretty high. She's like an 8. Like she's a natural born leader. And before Guts shows up, she's Griffith's second in command. Of course, Guts being the main character necessarily ends up taking a little bit of that reign. And you can already probably tell a little bit that a little bit of a love triangle starts to develop, where Casca is obsessed with Griffith, as you know, kind of everyone in the Band of the Hawk is. But even to an even greater extent. I don't know if it's going to talk about her backstory, but Casca's backstory is also that she was kind of almost raped. She wasn't actually raped, like Gus was, but she was almost raped, but then Griffith and the Band of the Hawk showed up and saved her. Oh, this is Zod. I should have played as Guts. I didn't realize this was gonna be the Zod level. That attack does a lot of damage. Oh, you gotta wait for the cooldown though. Yeah, this is gonna be weird doing the boss fight for this one as Casca, because that's not even Griffith would have been a better call. And like being saved by Griffith, like just instilled her with this sense of like infatuation with him. So she's definitely in love with him, but he obviously doesn't feel that way. And then Griffith sees Guts kicking all kinds of ass. And as you saw... Oh, well, is that it? Oh, that was a short fucking level. That was really short. Okay. Maybe it is gonna have like 10 levels and they're all gonna be like 5 minutes long.
高野団はどう？やっていけそう？
わかんねえよ、そんなこと。ここは変わってる。他の傭兵団と。
And as you saw, like Griffith saw Gus kicking ass and he was like, "Well, this is making me rock hard." He falls in love with his brutality, kind of.
ここでは毎日血生臭いことやりながら不思議と泣いたり笑ったり怒ったりできるんだ。
あいつってどんなやつなんだ?
And obviously, Guts kind of starts pining for Casca a little bit. Not in the same kind of way, but that does happen.
俺たち凡人にはわからない。一生かかっても手に入らない確信みたいな。
Yeah, and here they're talking about how Griffith is like the rallying point.
すべてのさ、ここならきっと見つかるぜ。お前さんの居場所がさ。
まだ答え聞いてなかったな。前の戦、なんで俺を助けに戻った？
せっかく手に入れた優秀な手駒をあんなケチな戦でなくしたくないからな。ガッツ、お前は俺についてこい。今はほんの一歩に過ぎない。高野団も戦場でのいくつかの勝利もほんの手始め、ほんの始まりさ。面白いのはこれからだ。命をかけるほどにな。
Yeah, it's not an exaggeration to say Griffith is like
俺の国を手に
a larger than life figure. And that right there is what it all comes down to.
お前は俺のものなんだからな。お前の死に場所は俺が決めてやる。
He was born a commoner. Obviously, he's not nobility. He's not a prince or anything.
貴族でも王族でもない。ましてや騎士ですら
And he wants his own kingdom. He wants to be the king. I just can't wait to be king. He sings that shit to himself every night before going to bed.
あそこを飛び出して以来、俺は何をやってたんだろうな。あっちこっちの戦場をただ駆けずり回って、ただ敵を切って、ただ生き延びて。答えはまだ見つからないよ、ガンビーノ。
And there's the contrast. Like in any other story, in like your RPG, in like your typical JRPG, Griffith would be the main character. He would be the protagonist. He would be the guy the story is following, and he's being like, I have this ambition, I have a goal, and I'm working towards it, and I'm amassing these followers, these party members who I'm using in pursuit of that goal. And Guts, he's just a driftless, aimless, like, he doesn't have any ambition, he doesn't have any motivation, he doesn't have any goal. He's just fighting because there's nothing else to his life. Yeah, that wasn't even a real battle. Look at that, Golden Age Arc Part 1. Yeah, this might end up being kind of a long... There might be a lot of levels that are just kind of flash in the pan. That's interesting.
こんな夜、化け物が人間を食おうと誘ってくるんだ。俺が盗賊だった頃、夜中突然コンパスが狂い出してよ。
大丈夫。それは鉄の交渉の影響だ。
ガッツはなんでそんなに大きい剣を使ってるの？重くて大変でしょ。
ガキの頃から振ってたからな。子供にしちゃから。
Look at his model. His model's suddenly different. You can tell.
そうなんだ。俺には真似できないよ。偵察とか何か作ったりする方が俺向きかなって。
There's like 3 different versions of Guts that all might as well be completely different characters. Like there's Baby Guts. Like, let me go back here and see if I can look at some costumes here. There's Default, Mercenary, and then these are DLC costumes. We got Default, Band of the Hawk, and then these are DLC costumes. She doesn't have costumes. Anyway. Let's go ahead and do Jude. I didn't see a Baylet next to this, so I'm gonna assume this is just another filler mission, basically. Which I'm not complaining about, I kinda like that idea. Like in any other story, like in a fucking Operating Jude. Again, this is so weird that he's playable in this. I'm not complaining, because that's awesome, because Jude's a badass. But it's just so funny that he gets to be playable. I almost thought that said badly, Chen. Oh man, you want it fast. You want it fast, baby. Jesus Christ.
楽しみにしているよ。
一丁かましてやるか。
Fucking A, dude.
一緒に頑張ろうね。
Dude, you're being way too cheerful. These fucking children are being way too cheerful about the fact that they're like murdering dudes in combat. Remember, by this point, they're all still like teenagers and preteens.
よくやってくれているな。
And look at this. Why do people shit talk Dynasty Warriors? It's all just this. They're all kind of the same thing as this. But then they look at like, oh, Dynasty Warriors, LOL, another one. And then they play Hyrule Warriors, which has Zelda in the title, so then the internet tells them they're supposed to like that because they're fucking mindless drones. So they say that's good, in spite of being Dynasty Warriors. It's the same thing! Guess what? Play Dynasty Warriors 8. It's exactly the same as Hyrule Warriors. And you might say like, oh well, that's the problem, they're all the same game. That's not fair to say like, this game is bad because it's the same as this last game. Being the same as a good game makes it a good game. Oh, this game is exactly the same as this other game that's good. So what you're saying is this game is good. How is that a criticism? And no, they're not. They all have like fucking. That's like saying like every edition of Street Fighter is the same thing. No, they're not. They add new things and there's different changes to the balance. Fucking play Street Fighter 2 Vanilla and then play Street Fighter 2 Hyper Edition. It's not the same fucking game. Shut the fuck up. Like the same people who are like in the fighting game community and argue about the minutia of like version differences, and they're not wrong to do so, turn their nose up at fucking Dynasty. It's one of those things because like none of these people will ever play them. Like you always hear like, oh, I haven't played a Dynasty Warriors game since Dynasty Warriors 3 back on the PS2. But all Dynasty Warriors games are bad. Because I was told to think that they're bad. How are you looking at what's on screen right now and not going, that's the illest shit ever? Oh, this is bad. Look at how much not fun I'm having. All this fun you're having is wrong. Bunch of assholes. Anyway. Come on. I'm running faster than the goddamn horse. Look at this. The horse is slower than I am. He's got a great moveset. All the characters have different movesets. Oh, jeez. You know, something between this and, like, Dark Souls would probably be the ideal Berserk game. Because as awesome as this is, it is still, like, necessarily pretty larger than life. Where's fucking Rickard, you idiot? What are you doing? You fucking 5-year-old. I wonder how many different, like, character models they're gonna have for Rickard. Because he's the one that's the most clear to see the progression. Because he starts out being so much dramatically younger than everyone else. Like, everyone grows up to a noticeable degree. Fucking... Man, you can't even complain about the frame rate in a game like this occasionally dipping. Like, look at how many fucking... I would rather the frame rate struggle a little bit than have that weird problem that Dynasty Warriors 8 on the next-gen consoles had, where it kept, like, spawning dudes in. Like, you would kill a group of enemies, and then, like, new enemies would just appear, like, evaporate into existence. Because the game couldn't, like, process them all at the same time. So I'd rather have all of the enemies be on screen. And have the frame rate be a little bit, you know, sometimes. That's a better compromise to me. Yeah, Puck. You keep seeing Puck, and you're like, who the fuck is that? Because the game starts out at the Golden Age, and Puck doesn't show up until the Golden Age is over.
白い鷹率いる傭兵団を己の居場所と決める。そして3年の月日が経過した。
ガッツを切り込み隊長に任命しようと思う。
Yeah, look, Griffith's model hasn't changed, but look at Rickard and Guts. Guts has a completely new model now.
ガッツには切り込み隊を率いてもらう。いいな。
なんで俺が奴らの面倒見なくちゃならね
え。命令だ。
わかったよ。隊長やりゃいいんだろやりゃ。
すごいね、ガッツ。腕が認められたってことだよ。
そうか。一人で剣ぶん回してる方がしょう
That's
がない。
so... Okay, there's a little weirdities to this localization here.
ガッツ隊長。
あ？誰だおめえは。
ガストンと言います。切り込み隊の副長を務めさせてもらうことになりました。
No one fights less Gaston.
ああ、そうだったな。よろしくな。まあ適当にやってくれ。
はい、隊長。
I like the detail of he has the white hawk feather in his pin there. Yeah, so now we've upgraded to actual Golden Age Guts. We were pre-Golden Age Guts, baby Guts. Now we're Golden Age Guts. Okay, this is a real battle, because look, we've got fucking, Valets to unlock.
ガッツ、みんな黙って飲んでてつまんないよ。ねえ、騒ごうよ。騒ごうよ。
Who's letting the 11-year-old drink?
騒がねえよ。また女に振られたのか。
うるせえ！いつか貴族になりやがって道を歩いてるだけでマッパの女が「コルカス様抱いて!」って寄ってくるんだ。
それ怖くない？
隊長、どうです？俺が仕立てたシャツの具合は。
上々だ。着てねえみたいに動きやすい。
It's almost like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
隊長にそう言ってもらえるとものすごく自信がつきますよ。
Yeah, Gaston wants to open, like, He wants to open like a clothing store and be a tailor and make a minor character. A nobody like Gaston gets little nuggets of characteritude to him. Again, like I said, like that's one of the strong aspects of Berserk is even minor characters get development and characterization to them. No, it's not just Guts. It's not a one-man show. Everyone gets not equal, but everyone gets attention like that.
ねえ聞いた？今日はミッドランドの王様も出陣するんだって。
王様自らご出陣とは。ミッドランドもいよいよかね。
でもそういう時こそ活躍の機会は多いってもんさ。それに鷹の段の名を売る好機でもある。
王様の前で敵をぶっ飛ばせばいいんだろう。いつもと大して変わらんさ。
そうだな。ガッツは分かりやすくていい。先陣。
I'll just suck his dick already.
ああ、任せとけ。
お前は牽制だけでいい。あとは本体がやる。
分かってるって。
Although for the Golden Age arc, it is kind of predominantly the three-man show. Like the power trio of Guts, Casca, and Griffith. They definitely are like the stars of the show. Everyone else still gets attention, but still, like, some characters are more important than others, by necessity.